because of fentanyl, a 1-year-old died.
Meanwhile, New York police are still looking for the daycare owner's husband. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim is live in Lower Manhattan, where the suspects are going before a judge. Stefan?
Well, Shadi and Bill, when asked if this daycare was just a front for a drug operation, the U.S. attorney wouldn't comment. But he did say this had been going on for months.
Seconds before Mendez called 911, she called a co-conspirator. Minutes later, a co-conspirator arrived at the daycare. Minutes later, he left the daycare and fled out the back alley, carrying 2 full shopping bags. And all of that happened while the children, the babies, were suffering from the effects of fentanyl poisoning and in desperate need of help.
The U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York alleging an attempted cover-up at a daycare in the Bronx. The daycare operator, Gray Mendez, allegedly placed that call to her husband, who is still at large. Mendez and Carlisto Acevedo Brito, her husband's cousin, were already facing murder and other charges. Now they're also facing federal counts of conspiracy and possession with intent to distribute narcotics, resulting in death. Prosecutors say fentanyl distribution at the daycare had been going on since July.
They were running a drug operation from a daycare center. A daycare center. A place where children should be kept safe, not surrounded by a drug that could kill them in an instant.
Every New Yorker should be outraged by this senseless tragedy.
Investigators say at the Divino Nino daycare in Kingsbridge, they found a kilo of fentanyl and machinery for pressing drugs right on top of a children's playmat used for napping. 4 children, all under 3 years old, overdosed. 1 of them died. 1-year-old Nicholas Dominici could not be saved from the toxic exposure, but the mayor today noting it was Narcan that saved the other 3, including Giselle Lino, who's now home recovering.
We have to carry around Narcan to prevent our children from overdosing. I mean, if that is not an indictment on our society, how far we've gone from who we should be.
The federal complaint also alleges Mendez deleted more than 20,000 incriminating text messages. The defendants are facing 20 years to life in prison.
Fentanyl is the most urgent threat in our nation. This is not a war on drugs. This is a fight to save lives.
Now, moments ago, Brito appeared before a federal judge here in Lower Manhattan and is being held without bail. Mendez is up next. She will also be held on these federal charges, both already being held without bail in the murder case in the Bronx. Now, when asked about Mendez's husband, who's still in the wind, the U.S. attorney said, quote, "We're not done. Look out for more on that soon. We're going to get him." Reporting live in Lower Manhattan, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.